Hello Capricorn. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. So you have a card that just popped up right away. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could be current as well. Some of you might be in a situationship. Others of you, it may simply just be an exchange of glances where there's something really special there, but no one is speaking up. And you know that the energy is very intense. For some of you, you may not know who this person is, and I have seen that has happened a few times. Some of you in the comments have mentioned this, and you've mentioned that this is somebody from your past. So it literally could be that you might not be focusing on anybody right now, but your person of interest, their energy may be towards you as well. They're constantly thinking about you. For some of you, that might be the case. Oh boy. This is a kind of bittersweet. There's a lot of boundaries here. Oh, but there's love. Very nice, very nice. But there is a boundary on love. Oh my, holy smokes. Okay. Whew, holy Anna, we got something going on here. Third party situation. Somebody is not just loving someone, but somebody is in love. Holy smokes, this is a very intense connection. Whew. So, a few things before I move forward. I do channel through my higher intuitive self, and that's how I get these answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. There are particular reasons why I don't. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel, to provide you with some guidance, some advice. Your cards, Capricorn, are extremely intense. My goodness. And the majority of you will probably be feeling that these are your feelings as well. It's not just the person of interest. Because of the type of intensity that these cards have, it is ridiculous. It is so much. We have here embracing the shadow, followed by nourishment. Then we have selfhood. Sorry. Surrender, grief, illusion, boundaries, love, feelings and emotions. And then we have shape-shifting under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So, a heads up. I only have 2 cards in this entire deck that actually are associated to love. In the kind of way where it can be, where you could say, okay, the person is in love with you. So if you just have the love card, I do consider that to be a kind of connection where there's just love, unconditional love. But where you have feelings and emotions, now this actually means this person is in love with you. So there's the in love part here. I also wanted to mention for some of you, this could be a third party situation before I move forward. Third party situation could literally be somebody's cheating on somebody somewhere in this relationship, or it could not be that. It might just be somebody's very busy and they have time. Their energy and effort is being used elsewhere and not towards you, or maybe yours is not being utilized towards them. Maybe you can't give them time. Now, this does mean that there's more than one person involved here. There could be other people in terms of issues, problems that one may be facing. This could literally be somebody that is working many hours and they are unable to give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserve. They may be just too busy. It could be somebody that has to take care of a loved one, so that time, energy, effort is not being given to you, but to somebody else. That too becomes a third party type of situation. So, I just wanted to explain this before we move forward, because this reading is going to be very intense, and I want you guys to have a better understanding before I even start it. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Capricorn, right now things are very awkward between you and I. The environment is no longer comfortable as it once was. Things have changed. So much has changed that I don't even recognize myself anymore. There's certain things about this connection that I've learned. I have expressed myself to you in a way that may have been impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. You might not know who I am. I may seem like a stranger to you now. But I do want you to know who I am. This is a part of me, even if it is dark, a darker side of me that you think is ugly and you just don't want to see. But this is who I am. And I can't change my ways for anyone, because it's in my blood. It's in my DNA. I find it hard to change. Even though it makes us both uncomfortable, and even though whatever I've done, I've made things awkward, I do grieve over this. I don't feel good about it. And it hurts me because I have found someone who is so nourishing, caring, and protecting. You are that person, dear Capricorn. You have this way of fulfilling me emotionally, spiritually, physically. The things that you do, the things that you say, they just make me feel complete. So much has changed in our lives. And because of what I did to you, Capricorn, I see now you have changed. You are no longer the same. I see you now as somebody who is more independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient. You don't need anybody. The things that I have done, the things that I've said have made you and turned you into what you are now. For me, I feel and I sense distance. I see in you now there's someone who has this guarded, protective kind of instinct. You are very much guarded now. And it's hard to approach you. It's very awkward for me to approach you. This flame that once burned bright now is extinguished. And I want and I hope and I pray that somehow I can reignite this, but there are boundaries. You don't know this, but I have surrendered myself to you. My heart, my mind, my body, everything that you have said and done, the things that you do, the way that you behave. Your wish is my command. I feel this now, but do you know this? No, you don't. Because I've put up boundaries. Right now, so much has happened, Capricorn, in this connection. I feel guilt, remorse, sadness, and melancholy because of what I've done. The words that I've said, the words that I shouldn't have said. the things that I've done and for the things that I should have done that I never did. I do feel grief because I feel that I've lost you forever. You were that beautiful sun, that star in the darkest sky. And now that star is fading. Slowly I see you fading from my life. And it breaks me too. It took me too long to realize your value. I took you for granted this entire time. Always thinking that you're going to be there for me. I hide from the truth. I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask. And I don't tell you how I feel. Because I feel quite embarrassed the way that I behaved. I don't feel right. And therefore, I don't express myself to you. Why do I keep my distance? Because I'm embarrassed. I don't feel right. I feel as if you've seen a side of me that you really should not have, but it was inevitable. I mean, this is who I am. And the easiest thing for me, Capricorn, instead of facing my fears, I put up boundaries. These boundaries keep me emotionally far apart. But the damage is done. I am in love with you. I'm trying to put boundaries up. I'm trying to hide from what the truth is. I'm trying to put boundaries up to keep my distance from the love that I have for you. But the love, I think, already exists. And therefore, I try to keep my distance. I don't want to be emotionally vulnerable, weak in the knees, dependent in that way. Overall, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter who I'm with, I'm always longing for you and yearning for you. Looking in the distance, is that you? There's certain people I look at and they look like you. There's certain names I read and I see your name and I hear your name. But it's not you. That's just me obsessing and thinking about you. And being in love changes you quite a bit. You have no idea how much I'm in love with you. But it's so difficult and complicated. My attitude and the way I have been. The circumstances that we have right now that we're in. The factors that keep us far apart. It's not easy. These are the reasons why I haven't really opened up to you. This is the reason why the boundaries are still up. All right. Capricorn. You have here embracing the shadow, grief, illusion, and boundaries. Very rough cards when it comes to a relationship. A lot of grief, a lot of sadness, hiding, putting up boundaries. Why? Because somebody here feels very awkward. You may think this is the only person that does this, but let me tell you, this is part of human nature I've seen. So many readings that I've done. This is a very common characteristic. Sometimes people become so close and they know that it's going to be extremely complicated moving forward So what they do is they try to put up boundaries. And what's interesting about this individual, they put up boundaries a little too late. Crosswatcher, you have fallen in love. What's the use of those boundaries now? In my mind's eye right now, I'm seeing a vision, a picket fence, a white picket fence. And the grass on the other side, on the inside of the lawn, is very nice. However, through this fence, there are vines and weeds that are growing through. They're coming their way. They're coming inside here. And they're making their way onto the grass. Those weeds are like the essence of the love that you have. No matter how clean, you can mow your lawn. You can clean your lawn, keep it neat and tidy. But those weeds are going to come through that fence, through the cracks of that fence. It will find its way. What I'm seeing here is that love will squeeze its way through somehow, even if you try to keep up your boundaries. I do past life readings. Right now they're on pause. And in the past life readings, the one thing I've seen as a constant is the love that people have for each other. When they say love is eternal, I have experienced and seen through your readings, love really is eternal. It does not stop. It does not. The soul remembers it. This love that this person has for you is so intense that they have to put up boundaries. Because of certain things that they've done, they feel so embarrassed. They feel so wrong. And they feel like you have moved on. You are strong and independent. You don't need them. Maybe you never needed them in the first place. But now it's more intense. This person literally feels intimidated by you. They feel that they can't be with you because you have this aura of, you might not be like this, Capricorn, but they feel that you have this aura around you that I am single and ready to mingle. And they're afraid that somebody else is going to get you. They're going to have you. And they're going to be left out. But they're stuck in a situation where they can't move forward, can't move back. It's really complicated for them. It's very simple for you. It's just a leap of faith for this person, for you. But from their point of view, there's a lot going on. There's a part of them that they really didn't want you to see, this terrible part, the personality. This could have been an argument. This could be something that you discovered. But there's a whole lot of awkwardness. So some of you are resonating. What is it that's making you feel awkward? What has happened? Why is the environment uncomfortable? That's the first card. First card's the strongest. There's a whole lot of awkwardness. So if some of you are working together, that's a really, really bad situation. Because, I mean, personally, I've been in that situation. Not easy. Being in a connection and you have to avoid the person at work. That's like the worst. Okay, look at that. So we have here the Lover's Path Tarot. And this particular deck, I read in the reverse to have a look at what it is that may have occurred in the first place in this connection. Oh my goodness gracious me. Wowee. These are so sad. This is your person of interest, what they are feeling and thinking. Remember, I did not announce this in the beginning, Capricorn, Crosswatcher. This is a general love reading by default. You guys know that. I just have to announce that, right? It's not a personal reading. Not everything in this relationship, or rather this reading, is going to resonate. Not everything will. Some of it might, but for those of you that really do resonate, then this reading is definitely meant for you at this time. Sometimes it doesn't resonate because the mass majority of the people, like for example, if there's 100,000 people and 100,000 is what I'm tuning into, but the 5,000 I'm unable to tune into because the 100,000 is more. That's the way it kind of works. All right. The frequency of their feelings and emotions is higher. Obviously, with the 5,000, it's not as much. So I'm just giving you an idea how this works, because sometimes people are like, oh, it's not my reading. Oh, you did it wrong. It's not a matter of doing it wrong or right. It's a matter of what I'm tuning into. All right. Here we have 10 of staves, and we have oppression. This particular part of the reading, I have a look at what happened in the first place that caused the problem in your relationship. This could be a lack of closure. This could be the person ghosted you. This could also be that this individual decided to just text you once a month or once every 3 months. You know, they kind of keep that contact, but it's very less. It's not how it used to be. All right. Let's have a look at the 10 of staves. And here I read these in the reverse. This individual was overwhelmed and burdened by responsibilities. There you go. You remember, so for some of you, this is what has happened, actually. Your person of interest really was busy in life with something else. They were busy. But why? Because they were overwhelmed with so many things that they had to take care of. They were unable to give you the time, energy, effort that you needed. That itself might just be the third-party problem, where there was something else that was taking up their time to the point where they were completely overburdened with responsibilities and they were overwhelmed. Here we also have oppression. All right. Wow. Once again, feeling overwhelmed. This talks about depression. It talks about difficulties and a sense of release. Though the situation at the time may have felt very overwhelming, hidden forces were at work. The card here suggests to be patient and trust that things will improve. But here is what happened in the past. This person started to feel very overwhelmed and oppressed by the circumstances and the emotions that they had. They started to feel very confused. There was an inability to change their life for the better. And a pause was needed before moving into a new phase of life. It was very overwhelming. And this entire situation that this person has gone through did not make them feel very happy or very blessed. Here it talks about depression, difficulties, and release. Okay. So this person definitely was going through quite a bit. Sometimes your person of interest opens up to you, but because you had the illusion card, I'm seeing that they most likely did not open up to you, and that's why it was a little confusing. You're probably wondering what's going on, and this individual never really told you that all of this was going on behind the scenes. All right, I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Okay. Second chances. Excellent. So this particular spread, I look into any type of action, any intention, any plans that your person of interest may have towards you. You know what? This actually, I don't do reverse because I did the other one in reverse, but this is the first time I'm getting intuitively that I should keep this in the reverse because it just popped out like that. So I am going to keep this in the reverse right now. One more card just for clarification here. Ooh, okay, good. Hermit is always good to have. I've seen over the past few years while I've been doing this. Hermit's really good. Here, we have a situation where your person of interest has experienced a bit of rejection in a way. That time away where there's been boundaries, it's let them see you in a different light, and they want to have a second chance with you. The second chance here includes having clarity, having transparency, wanting to be an individual who moves forward, who wants to have something refreshed, something new, brand new in this connection. We also have here the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man here also talks about how in this connection, there's this desire to move forward, but this individual is waiting and seeing and checking how things are going to turn out. So they're not really taking any action in this particular card here. They're just waiting around to see. The intention is good because they want a second chance. However, they're not really taking much of action first. They're just waiting and seeing how things will unfold. And they're looking at you. They find that you are utterly irresistible. Absolutely. This person thinks that you are very sexy, very alluring, very tempting, seductress. Seductress, I think, is like a female term or a feminine. So whatever, how do you call a male seductive? Answer in the comments below if anybody knows. Is there a word for when a guy is seductive? Like, I know a man is seductive, but if you say seductress, what is a male? Educate me, somebody out there. Okay, so we have here an individual who is very sexy. They have this aura of kind of intuition. Your person of interest also feels that you are somebody who's very intuitive. You are very much in tune with not only yourself, but the universe. You're very grounded. And they do admire this about you. Now, very interesting, the Ace of Swords came out in this deck. Randomly, it was upside down. That never usually happens. But intuitively, I felt that no, it has to be upside down. This person does not want to think logically. Typically, people are like, all right, I'm going to be brilliant. I'm not going to think logically. I'm going to cut to the heart of the matter. That's what I interpret with this card. However, right now, I do see that many things are just completely the opposite. They don't want to think with their mind, which means what? They're thinking with their heart. They don't want to think logically. They want to think illogically. Is love logical? Not really. It's very illogical, very irrational. We do the weirdest things when we're in love. I mean, we can't even think straight, right? We literally can't think straight. It's ridiculous. So this person is completely in denial. They don't want to speak to you in a certain way. They don't want to discuss anything, but they know that they should. They know that they have to be logical and have a sense of clarity, but they're not wanting to do that right now. They're comfortable where they're at. And here we have a really, really good card, the Hermit. Beautiful card. It definitely talks about this person wanting to take some time out, go off on their own and be that special person who literally becomes a hermit and thinks, who am I? What am I doing? Why do I do this to my Capricorn? Why did I act like this? How can I make things better? This is an individual who is going to be contemplating life. In addition to contemplating their own life, this talks about self-reflection, isolation, introspection. Trying to recover from certain things that have happened and heal from it. Detaching from the world in order to regain balance. Detaching from the world to focus on certain things and not be distracted by the rest of the world. Here we also have the overall arching theme, the 10 of Pentacles. This individual, I have to say, for you, you might have noticed that this person they may not have expressed themselves emotionally that much to you, Capricorn. Because here we do have coins, the 10 of Pentacles. it appears here that they're very materialistic and very logical when it does come to, okay, let's settle down. They may not be just into this whole lovey-dovey thing. They do have a little bit of that too. They do have that love for you. But they're very, very practical as well, to the point where I have to have this. Like, I have to have a home. I have to have a car. I have to have a blender. I don't know why the blender just popped up. But, my God, why am I seeing appliances? I also see a mixer. Like a cake mixer. But the big one where you put the bowl under and it just mixes on top. I don't know why this is important, but okay, it might mean something to somebody out there. But anyway, the thing is, this person is quite materialistic in a way, but it's not a bad materialistic. It's practical. Okay, this individual is quite practical, and they genuinely do desire you. My God, they're in love with you. Remember, this person is in love with you. They want to settle down with you. By seeing all these things, I am seeing that, yes, they do want to move forward. And if you're in a home together already, they just want to make things better. If you are not living together right now, they want to live with you. They want to go to the next level. But everything is just in the planning stages right now. They have not moved beyond that yet. Hermit card will get you there. Hermit card is very important. It's very gorgeous to have this card. Do I see them taking any action towards you? Not right now. There's a whole lot of thought being put in. The intention is to have a second chance, but the action that they're taking right now, Capricorn, is more for themselves. And that's okay. They have to take care of themselves first before they even reach out to you. Their intention, again, 10 of Pentacles, wanting to be with you, a home, a family, even pets. All right, just gonna do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel. Abundance. Excellent. Perfect card. And we have here, get more information. Followed by meditation brings answers. So you have a great combo right there. Information plus answers. Within the next few weeks or months, there's going to be recovery. It's up to you. Okay, so this reading just split into two groups. Some of you that wish to be with this individual. Oh, and some of you that just cannot tolerate them anymore because they make you sick. They make you sick. Literally, they make you sick. This deck has two cards that are related to health. You got both cards. Recovery as well as improving health. This is the overall arching theme, improving health. It's the overall arching theme. It umbrellas this. The angels are actually worried about your health. Capricorn. Might not be something major, but it could lead to anything worse, right? We have to be careful. We have to take care of ourselves. And when I say health, I'm not just talking about our physical body, right? We are made up by our mind, body, spirit, and our soul. All of those have to be taken care of. Here we have abundance. This individual in your life, the situation that's going to occur in terms of karma that you have done, your karma is going to bring you abundance. So there is going to be abundance in this connection. For those of you that want to be with this person, let's start off with you. There is going to be abundance in this connection. Goodness will come to you. However, it is suggested here for you to meditate on the divine. That meditation or even prayer, 2 to 3 minutes minimum is what my angel guide, Angel Fakiel, has told me, which is good enough if you don't have time. I know people don't have much time, but it is important to have that intention, that clarity. 2 to 3 minutes, make it count. Here we also have 21 minutes if you do not have time. That's minimum. Again, Angel Fakiel has told me that's good enough. Some of you don't have time, and that's the amount. Not 20, but 21, remember? And this is meditation on the divine. The pure, white, holy light of who we call God, the divine. Now, what's interesting here, it does talk about meditation or even prayer bringing answers. Now, these answers will come to you, and that is how you're going to be getting more information in your life. You will receive this information through people, through just random messages that sometimes come through on the radio, or somebody talks to you, or you read some type of a poster somewhere and a certain sign. It just, the words make sense to you only. You're hearing the radio and those words there make sense to you. You're sitting and you see a license plate in front of you and you have angel numbers there. Now these numbers, a lot of people say, and I am of Christ. I believe Christ. I love Christ. That's who I deal with all day long. A lot of people say there's no such thing as angel numbers. Our existence, because I go beyond what the everyday average person, I guess, knows. I'm not bragging, but I've seen things, I've experienced things, and I've been blessed to have an angel guide that actually allows me to see these things. You can read a little bit about my angel guide on my homepage, on my website. But some of the mysteries of the universe has taught me that we do have what we call like a matrix. Many of you probably know this already. But it's like a grid that we live in. And there's certain events, certain life events that happen at a certain time. And we get messages, but sometimes these messages are not very direct. They're indirect. And when we get repetitive patterns, there's a reason for it. Those repetitive patterns are messages, like a signal. 1 2 2 2 2 1 2 2 2 2. It's weird, right? It's like, that's just an example. Like I'm getting SOS right now, but a repetitive signal, right? A repetitive sound. Just consider that type of a message that's coming through. So a lot of people say, oh, there's no such thing as angel numbers. There's so many such things as so many things. My God. Very soon, one day, hopefully I'll write a book on many of the things that I've learned. It's too much for me to say on any channel, but writing a book would probably be best for me. It might take me a while, but one day I'll get there. Here we also have, within the next few weeks, could also be months, there's going to be recovery. So even though there's going to be abundance given to you, Capricorn, and you are going to be in a situation where it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, a lot of benefit within this connection, the timing will be perfect. It's not going to happen during a time when you're thinking it's going to happen. But what is the most important and highest priority right now, even for the angels, is for you to get better. Some of you might be just spiritually not feeling well. Some of you might physically not be feeling well. And if you're not, see what you have to do about it, right? Physically, you have to see a doctor. I always recommend that. Medical doctor. No problem. As long as you are healthy. Health is wealth and health is happiness. And if you don't have that, you can't really function in life, guys. So that is your first priority. Your body, your mind, your spirit, and your soul. Here, the overall arching theme is improving health. What I'm getting here is that this connection that you had with this individual, at some point, it started to drain you. It started to get you to the point where you actually started feeling sick. Not everybody out there is going to feel this. But for a small portion of you, you still matter. And that's why these cards came out. Because your health is important. Because it makes you who you are. You can achieve certain things if you are healthy. And so that's why it has come up right now. For those of you that are healthy, I hope, pray, that you remain healthy. But for those of you who are not, this person has created a lot of problems in your life. It's an extremely intense, loving connection to the point where it has hurt you and drained you. And because of this, we start to again become, sometimes we get anxiety, depression, we get stressed. And with those things, we attract negative energies. And when we attract negative energies, they bring us down. So it's important for you to definitely focus on your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. For those of you that have just had enough of this individual, I do see here still abundance coming to you in many forms. Meditation will bring you answers, and you're going to get some type of a brilliant idea. I'm getting the word brilliant idea. You literally might start off on a project that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. If some of you are already thinking about it, it could be that idea that you have, a creative idea. Could be to maybe start something new, write something new, start a different project, anything it could be, but it's a brilliant idea. And you should go for it, because that repetitive pattern is messages from the angels. Remember, patterns, right? Patterns are something that is a repetitive, like an SOS. Get our message. Get our message. So here we have also get more information. So when you do meditate and pray, you will be receiving certain types of information. And this now is for those of you that just can't tolerate being with this person, literally because they're making you sick. Within the next few weeks, there's going to be perfect timing for what? Not only for abundance, but also when the abundance comes, you're going to start to feel a lot better too. And being away from this individual, from the pain that it's caused you, it sounds weird, but it'll be healthy for you. Because sometimes love is so intense. I'm seeing a vision right now. It's really weird. My visions are so strange. I'm seeing a cloth. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the color because I'm seeing the color. Maybe it means something to somebody, but it's like a dark brown orange with 2 stripes on it. It's kind of like a handkerchief with 2 stripes on it. The rest of it's dark brown orange, or maybe auburn, I think. And somebody put acid on it. And it just went right through. And now there's like a giant hole there. What does this mean? Ripping through the fabric of space and time, the woven parts of the both of you that were there, the situation has become so acidic that it's just created this big black hole, and everything just goes right through, and that's the end of it. That was deep. Yeah. Okay. So that's what that little vision meant. And so for some of you, you may think, this is like an endless black hole. No matter what I do, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Nothing's coming out of this. And, this relationship that we had is all ripped apart now. So I understand that, and that's fine. Some of you, you can move on. You have here a choice. It is up to you is the choice card in this particular deck. That's what I've deciphered as over the years. This is a choice. You can either move on or you can stick with this person. You guys do have a choice. Either way, the highest priority, Capricorn, is to take care of your health. That is kind of like something that they really want to emphasize here because it's the overall arching theme. This is recovery as well as improving health. And there you have it, folks. Let me know in the comments below. Did any of this resonate for you? I wanted to announce I still have, for these two, I still have open one of my packages, which is the chakra checkup package. So feel free to go to the website, place an order if you want, so that I can have a look what's inside of your home in terms of negative energy, in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. And I teach you how to get rid of them and how to realign everything the proper way. Now, for some of you, you may not want to actually get that, but what you could look into is, in fact, the Holy Light package plus the Water Wellness package. That will help in this particular situation. That's more of a self-help guide, but it works. Lots of people have noticed a great, wonderful difference, and I'm happy that they do. That's why I made it, because I've been through it too. All right. Capricorn, I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I also wanted to just quickly let some of you know who are new that on my other channel, which is Asnointia Audio, and that is a YouTube channel, I do have some videos on relationships, on spiritual connections, and the most recent one I have right now is teaching you a lot about negative energy, what it is, who they are, how we can get rid of those type of things, and why it's not healthy to have it in our life at all. So do have a look at those. That will help as well. All right then. You all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again. Bye now.